It's been a hard week for me personally, so I've been probably praying a little more than usual, to be honest. I've been praying a little more, and I actually decided to fast this morning, even though I'm nursing the baby. And I actually was running late this morning due to the schedule with the baby, and arrived about 7:20 at the clinic in Robbinsdale, and shortly after I arrived, a woman pulled up across the street, and she pulled up actually in front of the other clinic that opens at 9 a.m. That helps women with resources from free pregnancy tests to other referrals for assistance, financial, and different areas. She walked across the street. I knew she was walking towards the abortion clinic, and I just stopped her and asked her if I could talk with her for a bit. And she was willing to talk, so I asked her to get in the truck with me since Romir, the baby, was in the truck. And of course, he woke up, and I got a chance to nurse him and just talk to her while I was nursing him about the risks to her health, and just was able to share some literature, was able to talk to her. She said different things like, that the father, even though he's the father of her 18-month-old son, didn't want the second one, even though it was a planned pregnancy. And now he's left her for a white woman, of course. And she was angry, she was hurt, she was in tears. And I think, Romir really changed her mind when she saw this baby and saw that I was willing to, talk to her and willing to help her. We exchanged numbers. I let her know that I would help her, get in touch with my midwife for help with the nausea in the first trimester and things like that. She ended up talking to me for an hour and a half, and I ended up leaving her with Becky over at the clinic across the street, so she never went in for her 7:30 a.m. appointment for an abortion.
Amen.
So I hope she stands firm in her decision, and I'm hoping that the people there across the street that I left her with at 9 o'clock are able to kind of give her, point her in the right direction and resources and things. She's worried about the financial part, and she's worried about the relationship with the child's father. And other women out there told her that the majority of the women who have abortions, those relationships end anyways because of the resentment and bitterness that they share. Over this abortion. So I shared with her the risks as far as increased risk of suicide, breast cancer, and some, the breast cancer part she didn't know. And she said she learned something new every day, and they confirmed that. That was one of the first questions she asked when I brought her over to the other clinic at 9 a.m. was about the breast cancer risk. And the woman said, yep, she's right, that I was telling her the truth. So I'm going to keep in touch. I text messaged her my name and number, and I'm going to follow up with her later today. And she's 30 years old, and she's just worried about struggling with two, I guess.
Sure.
On her own, and the financial piece, worried about her job. She's been struggling with nausea, and I told her, I said we can find some things to help with that, as far as essential oils or some homeopathic something. And that she's already 7 weeks along, so the first trimester is halfway done almost. Mm-hmm. So told her how good the second one is, reminded her how good the second one is, that you feel so much more energy in that second trimester.
Amen.
Guess it's time for another feeding.
Thank Thank you, Sandra, for being there.
Yeah, so it was awesome to just someone to actually stop and talk and willing to, get in my vehicle with me and talk to me for that long. And I just got to keep praying for. Okay, so I was invited out by my son's mentor, Chris Rush, and what got me is what he said. What else are you doing Saturday morning between 7 and 9 but sleeping, typically? So, there's plenty of days and times that that they're performing abortions, and if you want to come and do what I did today and potentially save a life, come on out. I know it's kind of, might be kind of awkward at first talking to people about this, but it's life and death situation. So, pray about it. And come on out.